It's Coach Simmons here. In today's climate, we're going to talk about something positive. Something that needs to get a little bit more publicity that right now isn't getting any. We're going to fix that. Views or none. First, play the intro.
The release date is important, but that's just the beginning of a long journey. That's why Simmons College of Kentucky is using federal grant money to create a pipeline from prison to college. Historic Simmons College of Kentucky is preparing for another expansion, but this time it's not a new building or campus.
Simmons is going behind the prison bars, so students who are currently incarcerated have an opportunity to be immersed into college coursework.
Dr. Javon Reed is Vice President of Academic Affairs and says a federal Pell Grant will help fund a second chance program.
The goal is to start at 2 facilities this spring semester, North Point and perhaps Luther Lucas.
The grant provides $1.3 million a year to cover the cost of educating inmates.
We're hoping to service more than 125 students in our first pilot.
This whole problem of mass incarceration has been devastating to the black community. It is, in the words of Michelle Alexander, the new Jim Crow.
Dr. Kevin Cosby is Simmons' president and says the Second Chance program addresses mass incarceration, crime, systemic racism, and the recidivism rate.
So I think that having a degree is critical because while racism may slow you down, not having an education will knock you out.
It's not opinion that education and other kinds of programs behind bars do good things for people and for communities. It's fact.
Dr. Boz Dreisinger is a professor at the John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York.
It's definitely in the hundreds of students that I've worked with in the context of college in prison and college upon coming home from prison.
In August, Dr. Dreisinger was in town as the keynote speaker for Louisville Coalition for Change. She says creating a prison to college pipeline benefits the entire community.
It is common sense that if you offer people access to education, to jobs, to housing, to community inclusion, to trauma-informed care, that they are going to do better in the world.
The program will start with 2 facilities and eventually be available statewide. With photographer Chad Kentlener, I'm Stefan Johnson.
Yeah, so while we look at petty disagreements amongst HBCU and HBCU alum, we forget the whole point of a HBCU. The whole point of a college is to help better the community, to help better the environment from which we come from. Well, at Simmons College, they got that going on. Not only do they have excellent education, excellent program from a school that was built literally by slaves. Simmons College is looking to reach out to those who no longer have freedom, those who no longer have a chance to show what God gave them. While looking at that, you also want to realize, even though the numbers show there are more black men in college than in prison, perception is everything. When these young men come home, they will be proud graduates of HBCUs. It's Coach Simmons. I'm out.